Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dan-A-Plooza. I am your host, Dan the Man, and we are here with the very beautiful, very talented Bunny Wigglebottom.
Hiya.
So, for those watching and future watching, we need to first talk about this amazing show that is coming up. So, if you are in the area, make sure to check out Little Shop of Horrors, burlesque parody. That is August 15th through the 17th. And you can see the amazing Bunny perform there that night. It is at the Candy Box Revenue, so you can look at candyboxrevenue.com for your tickets, and that's at the Metropolitan Studios. That is Atlanta's Burlesque and Cabaret House. So just remember, when the lights go down, the petals come off. So make sure to go ahead and check that show. Bunny, is there anything else you would like to say about for this wonderful show that you have?
Oh, so my troupe, the Candy Box Review, we do lots of different themed shows throughout the year, and this usually every August we do something musical related. No, I don't sing. If I could sing, I would be dangerous. But it is sort of a musical. We've sort of woven burlesque acts in between an overarching theme of Little Shop of Horrors, and it's unusual. It's ambitious. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially if you like Little Shop of Horrors. Who doesn't like Little Shop of Horrors? If I say Little Shop of Horrors, it's not really wrong. I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're doing it Friday, Saturday, and there's a Sunday matinee.
Okay.
I'm exhausted. That's too many shows.
Yes. So make sure to go ahead and follow. You can also follow Bunny if you want to know for the show. Make sure to follow her on the social media, Bunny Wiggles. And make sure to check out the Little Shop of Horrors, the burlesque parody, April 15th and 17th. So let's go ahead. All right. And now here we are. So we're going to... Oh, yes. We got the bling, the bunny bling.
I get amnesia, like
Yes.
Kermit and Muppet Take Manhattan, then at least I know who I
am. Exactly. So let's move on to, we're going to go to the honor segment here. And the honor segment here is where Dan the Man gives praise for his guests for doing the show. So we're going to just listen to what wonderful words I have. So the thing is we're Dan-A-Plooza, so we don't have a lot of animation. So we like to use a lot of words and use your imagination. So first of all, we would like to thank Bunny for being here today. We know there's been just some technical glitches with this, but I'm glad we were able to override them and get them to go forward. Bunny is very talented and she is very much into her craft. She is someone who is very much into the arts and has a lot of skill and talent. And she's very charming. She's very sweet and she's very beautiful. So let's give a virtual round of applause for Bunny. And that is our honors segment.
Thank you, Dan. I'll take it. I'll take it all.
I'll take it all. All right. So now we are going to shift gears and we're going to let Bunny decide how the rest of the show goes. So, Bunny, you have these choices here. So, Bunny, you can decide. You have three choices. So, first choice, we could do the show. I could ask you questions and then I could do my impressions afterwards. I could do my impressions and then ask questions, or we can do what is the popular choice, the mixed bag of question, impression, question, impression. Bunny, the floor is yours, and you get to decide.
I have the power. It's
Yes.
intoxicating.
Yes.
I think since most people do higgledy-piggledy, question, I think I'm going to choose something else. I
Okay.
think let's just do the questions. Let's just get on the questions
Okay.
out of the way, and then we'll just have dessert, right?
So you want to do questions then impressions, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get to the questions. So the first thing that I want to ask is, what is your favorite burlesque prop?
Oh, that is not an easy question because that's part of. Sometimes I jokingly call myself the the prop comic of burlesque because I get a little ridiculous. You know, I have a
Yeah.
lot of silly shit hidden in my costume, and that's part of the joy of it. You know, um, I'll answer it feather boa, like a big fat, like maybe this one right here,
Oh, there you go.
an ostrich boa, because there's so many naughty things you can do. But I love feather fans. I have a giant cheeseburger. I do a hamburger act, and I molest a giant cheeseburger ottoman. But a boa. If I have to say one, it's a boa. What's your favorite?
It's great. We've had multiple different answers. Sometimes people have said a chair. They like to use a chair is good. What I like sometimes is just a prop. I think confetti sometimes is fun to play with the confetti kind of cannon to.
Well, chaos is fun. A lot of times they won't let us do that because it's
Right.
treacherous. You know, it makes a big mess. The person who follows you might slip. But Sirens in the South in Atlanta is a troupe that I love to perform with sometimes. They had a messy show last year. So every act, like the whole stage was tarped and the walls. It was great. I sat on a cake, which I do sometimes. I sat on a cake as Peg Bundy.
Oh, okay.
So much fun. Extremely messy. Yes. And there's something cathartic about the mess. Like some satisfying, because you don't usually get to make a mess in your everyday life. Yeah, confetti's fun. Have you ever seen anyone do a champagne pour?
I want to say that I've not seen that live. I've seen, I think, like videos of that. I think one of the interesting costumes, because I used to do pictures and video for our burlesque troupe here. I used to film and do pictures. The one, she had all these different balloons, like red balloons, like making like a heart, like all these balloons attached to her, like a shape.
Uh-huh.
And then they would take like a cigar or something and pop, pop, pop. So I thought that was interesting. So I like things where sometimes it's very simplistic, but like they put a lot of thought into the overall image.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Stage presence, the theatricality, the mise en scène, if you will. You frightened me for a second because I have an act with red balloon hearts, like little cinch, and I fill them with helium, and they're stuffed all under my hoop skirt. And so as I peel each layer, they start to rise. Like, did that bitch steal my act? But no, it's different.
Yeah. This was about probably about 6 years ago. So
yeah, mine was from 2016.
Yeah.
I mean, I still do it, but actually, I did it in April. We have a festival now, which is lovely. But it's been 10 years since we've had a burlesque festival in Atlanta, and it's Kiss My Grits, and I have it on good authority that it'll happen again next year. So I'm very excited. But it was magical. I love a festival. From
everywhere. So sometimes I let this happen. Do you want to ask me a question? Sometimes I let my guests ask me questions.
Oh. Well, I didn't realize. So I know that you live in West Virginia, and I know that there used to be a troupe. So you just said you used to do video?
Yeah, from my phone and like pictures. So I was just friends with the people, you know. I don't want to think like as myself as a videographer, because there are some people who have, you know, all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
But I would just do that, and then like I would try and just send them clips and pictures, and they could do whatever with them, you know. So I was just more kind of like a friend helping out. But they did a couple of shows. The first show they did was a circus one.
Ooh.
They had a circus act, and they did Time Warp. I remember they did. I want to say almost Lady Antebellum. Um, so there was someone who was actually like a ballet dancer who would perform, like, I know, like a lot of different acts. And I remember they did one as a couple. Um, they did a burlesque act as a couple with a man and a woman. And I remember he's reading a magazine, and it was between two girls, and he decided which girl to go with, you know, and there was flirtation and everything. And like, you know,
But it
um,
but it was just a couple? It wasn't three people?
it was three people. It
Okay,
eventually developed into three people. It started out with two, and
gotcha.
then another person came in. And it was that song, like, perhaps I forget
Oh,
what the
yeah,
name.
I love that song. Mhm.
So it was kind of nice and magical to see everyone. And I had seen people do fire, and I always wanted to know about the fire performance, because sometimes that can go awry.
Ooh.
You know, if you're not careful. But you know,
Yeah.
everybody seemed to be very trained and knowledgeable, and you know, they're like, "Do you want to touch it?" I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's very impressive. I have a friend who has done fire. I think whatever the substance is that protects you, I think it's really bad for your teeth.
Yeah,
So I think she stopped doing it because it like rots her teeth. That's unfortunate.
yeah.
Very impressive though. Um, there's a performer from England, um, Kitty Bang Bang.
Okay.
She is incredible, and she does a lot of fire. She also, I saw her the first time I went to Beehoff. She, oh my god, she's just incredible all around. But anyway, I don't want to get. I am a huge burlesque fan slash nerd, so I could talk for hours about acts I love. Anyway, so are there any performers still in West Virginia, or they just
they,
defunct?
there's like a very small group, but I think some of the time they're with like with bands and everything, and I think sometimes that's a hard thing to go into between burlesque and a band set, you know, and another band set, you know, like it's you're looking for then a different crowd, you know, like with that, you know. I feel like it doesn't show like the art fully, because, you know, some people are there for the music, or then they look to this, you know, like
Yeah.
I just don't think it goes. But I haven't seen the show, but it just seems like it's a much smaller group. And like I just think with what I had, you know, it wouldn't be the same as with who I had saw perform years ago, you know.
Hmm. Um, yeah, I personally really like a theater.
Yes.
I just I don't feel comfortable. I have friends in Austin who this summer did they had a really huge vintage car show, and they
Hmm.
actually performed. I don't think it was. I guess it would have been like evening, like dusk. I'm I was in another show, so I couldn't go to their show like at the same time. Um, I think they performed in a parking lot in daylight. Is what I'm saying,
Oh
and
wow.
for me, that sounds like a nightmare. Um, but I'm sure they were fabulous. I mean, they're professional. Shout out to the Jigglewatts. They're amazing, amazing troupe out of Austin. I performed with them a couple of times. Uh, yeah, I'm not a fan of day drag. You know, like
Yeah.
being outside. I'm extremely pale, and I don't like to be outside. I'm an indoor cat. Um, very pampered, fluffy. Yeah, but I love a theater. You know, one of the venues, the one where I sat on the cake last year, it's meant for bands, so it's a very small stage and it's carpeted. There's no curtain, but it's still inside, so that's okay. But like a carpeted stage is rough because I wear a lot of fishnets, and I like to get on the ground. And I have been wounded many times. Carpet burns through a fishnet. It's like an occupational hazard. OSHA should be notified.
Yes. send the report in.
It's unsafe conditions.
Yes. This is not burlesque approved.
I'm in danger.
Danger. So, what do you like most about burlesque?
Ooh. I like that it's the storytelling, because burlesque can be, the definition is so broad, broad, that it could be almost anything, right?
Yes.
You tell a story, you probably enter stage, you probably take something off, and then you probably exit, and that's like the loose outline. And all the magic that happens in between is, of your own creation. And I think that is just a beautiful thing. It doesn't have to necessarily be a narrative. I think it's more effective if it is, but I also just love to see pasties and tassels a twirling, assholes a twirling. So it doesn't have to have a story, but yeah, I think the storytelling aspect, and I love when you can get a sense of someone's personality by their act. Because I went to see what is it? Empire Strips Back.
Okay.
It's fantastic. It's so professional, and the costumes and the props especially, and the music, like the choreography is tight and precise. So it's entertaining, but it's not, you don't get any sense of who these performers are, right? Like, I think you could just take anyone and plug them in, anyone with a certain dancerly physique, because it's very limited. Part of what's beautiful is just the wide variety of body types, and just the kookiness, because we're all deeply flawed. So deeply flawed little humans. So I think it's beautiful to celebrate. Like, when I'm on stage, I like to pretend that I'm, the most beautiful creature in the world, and everyone in the room wants to fuck me. That probably isn't true, but that is what I want. That is, and don't get me wrong, some of the stuff I do is so absurdly ridiculous. That would be asking a lot. You know what I mean? Like, it's not sexy. But then again, I think ridiculous is sexy. So, hopefully I have people that agree with me and want to keep coming to my show.
I was thinking, you said what people want, and like the song went in my head. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I love that song. It is confusing. Like, what if you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You got to get a hall pass.
I just yeah. I have questions. Ultimately, you need to know my friends.
All right. Do you want some more questions, or do you want some impressions? Let me know.
Are you itching to do an impression? I'm cool to keep answering questions, but if you need to do an impression, I'll allow.
we could still do it. We could still do some questions. I'll do some questions at the end. Okay. What are some of your favorite burlesque performances?
Do you mean other performers that
Yours.
of myself?
Yes.
Oh. um. Okay. Well, it's super ridiculous. Um, I've won awards. I actually, I have, I have, I have my banner, like my crown, and my 2019 Miss of Asheville burlesque sash. You know who Chris Farley is,
Yes.
right? Of course, I hope. So like, I guess it was 2016. I started I do Matt Foley.
Okay.
And then I drop into a split and peel some things off, and then I do Barney the Chippendale Dancer.
Okay.
And I do like sort of my version of the choreography that he does without Patrick Swayze.
Okay.
People go bananas. Like I think, especially if you know the reference, I know that people enjoy it even if they somehow don't know who he is. But yeah. So that has to be my favorite. My goal is to get into the Burlesque Hall of Fame. I have twice been an alternate with this stupid act. So I just have to level up the ridiculousness too, because like someday I want to perform it on that stage. I also love being the burlesque hamburglar. To Fiona Apple's Criminal. It's one of those, tongue in cheek. I molest, as I mentioned, a giant cheeseburger ottoman, and then I have ketchup and mustard fans, like a bottle that I love the balloon act. I have a Fosse bear. Now it's Fozzie Bear, but in this case, Fosse, like Bob Fosse.
Yeah.
I love that. I just think that that's so clever. But it's one of my newer acts, and I definitely need to rehearse more. Yeah. My mom's favorite is the Chris Farley. I call it motivational stripper. I tell her, Mom, I call that motivational stripper. She's like, I know, but I call it down by the river. I'm like, okay. I'm not going to argue with Wanda.
I think there's an opportunity when you said you go after the cheeseburger, as the hamburger. I think there's an opportunity to play Cheeseburgers in Paradise by Jimmy Buffett.
I'm embarrassed to say, like, I do like Jimmy Buffett. It's not something that I would normally listen to. I remember being on a road trip with my family, and we stopped for gas and got like a CD at the gas station, and it's just Jimmy Buffett's greatest hits. And, it was a long road trip, and so it played through the entire thing a couple times. And yeah, I mean, you have to sing along. Jimmy Buffett is a good sing along.
So I think that's all great and wonderful. I love the Matt Foley reference from SNL. I could see that if you don't if you don't take burlesque, you'll be living in a van down by the river.
Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, people still seem to know the reference.
Yeah.
I did it in Canada, in Montreal, and another performer said she knows his family.
Oh, okay.
Like 2018, and she asked me if she could tell them. Like, do you mind if I tell his family that you like, oh, Oh, I would be so honored. Yes. I mean, on the one hand, it's real dumb, right? It's like dumb shit. But on the other hand, I think we need to remember him. You know, I think,
Right.
I, I think he was a gift, and I don't want him to be lost to time. I think he's hilarious, and we need to celebrate him. We need to laugh,
Yes.
and,
Uh,
especially in these times.
so speaking of laughter, let's have me do a few impressions. Is that cool with you?
It's your show, Dan the Man.
All right. So these are the impression songs we have. We have Time Warp,
Oh,
Friend Like Me from Aladdin, I Want to Be a Producer, Skid Row from Little Shop of Horrors,
I think I know why you have that one.
Hot Patootie from Rocky Horror, Ghostbusters, um, Kidnap Santa Claus. What's this? Suddenly Seymour, A Whole New World, Dadu, Weird Science.
There's so many things that I love on that list.
Shall we spin and see what it lands on?
I will say I am very partial to Rocky Horror Picture Show. Anything? Yeah. Do you have a preference for? I think there were two on there. Do you have a preference?
um, uh, I love Time Warp
Mm-hmm.
and I love Hot Patootie.
Are you a Meatloaf fan?
Yes. Do you want me just to sing one of the Rocky Horror songs instead of just spinning?
Is that the impression?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, one of them.
Okay. All right. Dealer's choice. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
All right, so let's do Time Warp. I'm gonna go ahead and time it. Um, I only do it for a certain amount because sometimes of TikTok. So,
Oh, right.
yep. Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely. Not for very much longer. I've got to keep control. I remember doing the time warp, drinking those moments when, and the voice would be calling, let's do the time warp again. All right.
Jump to the left.
Yeah.
That's the
Put your
right.
hands on your hips.
Um. Ah. God, that was so important to me. Like before I was old enough to drive, my parents would drop me off at the midnight movie place, and I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee, and
Okay.
I don't really think that I was supposed to be in there, and certainly not unsupervised. But who really cared, right?
Well,
I would go all the time. They would drop me off, at midnight and come pick me up. It's very generous of them. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
you're welcome. Uh, so I'm supposed to go see the Rocky Horror Show in Greensburg, PA, and the original Columbia Nell Campbell will be there, who I'm meeting.
Oh, the Columbia is my favorite.
So I'll be dressing up as Meatloaf. So
Excellent. Have you done it before? Have you done Meatloaf before?
no, I've just sang the songs, but I met Columbia years ago virtually. I didn't know she lived in Australia. Um, but it's like it's how many years of Rocky Horror anniversary, and it's
50.
yes.
I think it's 50.
So they're gonna be at the GalaxyCon in Columbus, and it's gonna be Columbia. It's gonna be Barry Bostwick.
Yes. Magenta too, right? I think I saw
Patricia Quinn, but it's so funny because sometimes Barry Bostwick goes on, and Patricia's just like looking up at the ceiling, waiting for Barry to finish talking because he goes on and on. But I forgot that Patricia has like that English accent.
Yeah. So, is Columbia from Australia?
I don't know if she's from, but she was living there last time I talked to her back in like 2021
Mm.
through virtual. But her son was named Dan also. So
Um, that's excellent. That sounds like fun. I feel like I saw that, and I saw something happening this year. Tim Curry is gonna. It's virtual because I
he
know he's
he
not in good health.
he does it with GalaxyCon, but he can only do like 2 or 3 minutes because he had a stroke years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
But he
Uh,
says the most kindest things, but it's like 150 for like 2 minutes or something like that.
yeah. Well, it's a good cause though.
But yeah, he's an A-lister, so you know.
I'm sure it's not easy. Like it's probably not easy for him to, you know, sustain
Yeah.
that sort of energy for that long. But he's still with us. I have a friend who at work would torment us with is it called The Worst Witch? Is that what it's called? Where
It might be.
an incredibly bad song um, about Halloween. Like, has anyone seen my? Damn it! What is this? It's. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think it's
Yes.
from the '80s, and it's. Bless him. He's really selling it. Like he really gives his all, but it's just such a weird song and the visuals that are accompanying him. Tambourine. Has anyone seen that? Yeah, I can't. I will laugh so hard that I cry. Just at the absurdity of it. He's a
uh, okay, so did you want me to do another one from the wheel? Um, did you like Weird Science or
I love weird science.
okay?
I
I
love
just
it.
I just watched it last night.
Um, my God, I quote it all the time. Just
Okay,
I love that movie.
are you ready?
I'm ready.
Weird Science. Teacher said not to do. It's my creation. Ooh, it's my creation. From my heart and from my head. Why don't parents understand? Do you want me to tell your friends that you wear a bra on your head?
Well, I mean, I can we just keep this between us?
Yes.
I my teacher felt.
Yes. Wait, my mom said no parties. Listen here. I don't know what you're thinking about, but it's gonna cost you whatever you want, Chet.
Oh my God, Chet. R.I.P. Oh, Chet. So great. I'm sorry. So great. And I love his parents. His
Oh yeah.
grandparents, you know. He won't you know. He doesn't
Oh,
stand for bologna. I
oh
love
no.
I love it. Sometimes I do say, if you were a 15-year-old boy, would these turn you on? I think that you all take them. I probably shouldn't say that now that I'm
Yeah.
saying it. I don't know any 15-year-old boys.
Nope.
No.
Oh, all right. Let's do one more. You want to hear something from Little Shop of Horrors, don't you?
Yes, of course.
All right. We'll do Suddenly Seymour. Ready?
Yeah. Shoot.
Lift up your head, wipe off your mascara. Here, take my Kleenex, wipe that lipstick away. 'Cause losers like I know hard to stand. Suddenly, Seymour is standing beside me. Don't need no makeup, don't have to pretend. Suddenly, Seymour, the one that's inside you, with sweet understanding. Seymour's my friend. All right.
I was just gonna jump in like a bad Ellen Green impression.
Oh, go ahead.
The best is Steve Martin.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you know, the dentist.
I'll be your dentist. Feed me, Seymour.
My troupe, part of what we're doing for the theme is we're all decorating, we're personalizing plants, and
Okay.
and selling them, kind of like to raise money for the troupe. And
Yes.
I love to dabble in plants. They don't always live, but I don't know if you know, you can take an avocado seed and you can put 3 toothpicks, and if you
Oh,
keep it
yes.
butt wet, right, long enough, it'll sprout roots. And so I have a bunch, and they're all
Oh, wow.
around my sunroom. So I'm gonna tart those up. I'm like, oh yeah, and they kind of look alien in a way because you can see through the jar, and they're weird. And some of them have like spirals and nodules and like yeah.
All right. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up on Dan-A-Plooza. Bunny, is there anything else you would like to say?
Oh, well, if you're in Canton, Ohio in November, please come see me perform at the Midwest Nerdlesque Fest. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be doing motivational stripper, of course.
All right, so make sure to go ahead and check out that show. Also, support Bunny Wiggles on her Instagram at Bunny Wiggles at Instagram. I'm Dan the Man. Thank you for joining Dan-A-Plooza. I will be back Thursday with 3 guests. So stay tuned, support Dan-A-Plooza, and have a good night.
Bye, Dan.